Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 504 Podcast. I'm your host, Mark.
And I'm your host, Erica.
And together, we are the Wonder Twins. Wonder Twin powers, activate!
Oh, gosh. So today on the podcast, we're going to go with our top 5 must-haves during quarantine. Because right now, we're all living in the period of quarantine. So why not discuss things that are most important to us during these troublesome times?
There were some things that I definitely knew that if I was going to be locked in the house for a while, I would definitely have to have. So I'm excited to bring out some of my little options. Well, not options, my necessities, the bare necessities.
The bare necessities, okay.
I never understood that as a kid.
Oh, the bare necessities?
Yeah, because I'm like, what are bare necessities? I'm thinking it's like the bear, because he's a bear, but not bear, like what you need to have. I'm like, what does a bear need?
Yeah.
And
my only paper.
Yeah, my only view of a bear was Winnie the Pooh. So I'm like, he's not asking for honey. Where's the honey?
And he's such a simple bear.
You ever see like real? I know we're getting off topic, but you ever see like real bears when they try to go into the honeycomb and like the bees are stinging them?
They don't care.
No, they're just like bumbling all over the place. They just like just ripped open the honeycomb and just snatched it and ran.
We do need to do an episode on Winnie the Pooh though, because we can analyze every one of the characters.
As far as like some sort of
they're all on some sort of antidepressants.
Okay, we'll get into that one day. All right, you wanted me to start, so my first necessity is internet. Gotta have internet.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Too late. You let me go first. It's mine.
I know, but it's not on my list. But I was thinking about it.
Yeah, I watch things, play video games. I'm now reading this manga series via the internet because my book hasn't arrived, but we'll get into that when we get into our mail woes. But yeah, gotta have internet.
So I bought a Netgear box to extend my Wi-Fi because on the second floor, I guess it doesn't really reach upstairs. So it's this extender where now I can connect to that when I'm on the second floor, and then anyone using the Wi-Fi downstairs still has a stronger signal.
Ooh, I have to invest in that because I'm getting destroyed on Call of Duty, man.
Oh, Netgear. They're not a sponsored sponsor, but we wouldn't mind if they were.
Yeah, but Verizon I said, oh, can I buy this? And Verizon said, no, it won't work. You have to get our brand, otherwise the signal's not going to work. And I'm like, all right, whatever.
I'll send you the link.
Ooh, do you have a discount code?
No, I don't. And it's on Amazon.
That's how you know we made it, guys. When we get a discount code, oh, it's over for the game.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Okay,
my second thing, cash.
I didn't get to say mine.
Oh, I thought you said it already. Oh, you said the Netgear thing. Okay,
no.
Go ahead.
So these are in no particular order, but board games. I'm finding now that we're playing a lot more board games, and there's only so many times you could play a board game before you become bored of it. So I'm buying different kinds of board games.
I don't know. We play Uno as a family, and it gets intense, man. Like my son loses.
Oh yeah.
he starts getting upset. I'm like, come on, man. And I play like very by the rule-ish. Like none of my friends like playing Uno with me because I'm very I'm the kid that when you get the board game, like all my other friends, oh, just take the pieces out. We'll figure it out. I'm like this. Wait a minute, guys. There's instructions in here. And
oh my gosh, I'm the same way. Exact same way.
But have you ever read the instructions to Uno?
Yes. So
then you know that you can't throw out a draw 4 card whenever you feel like it.
Exactly, and you nobody follows those rules.
Yeah, they're like
one time we were away with friends in Vermont and we were playing Cards Against Humanity, and first time I ever played it. So I'm like, let me read the rules. They're like, you don't have to read the rules. We play by our, and it got to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, you guys are cheating, and they were like, that's it, you can't play the game anymore. We can't have you in a game anymore. You're no fun.
I think I played.
I'm a rule follower. I guess that's what it comes down to, you know?
You need rule followers. Rule followers make the world go round, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I played something like that with my wife's sister and her husband. And it was something along the lines of you had to give like the best answer, and someone had to pick whatever they felt the best answer was, something along those lines. And she always picked her husband's answer. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Because she knew what it was?
Not that she knew what it was, but I guess she knew his personality. Yes, Adrian and Sasha, I'm talking about you. She knew his personality, so he would throw different things out there that oh yeah, that's the best answer. I'm like, that's nonsense.
He would win. Yeah, because that person would win.
I was hitting him with some bangers and lost. All right, so getting to number 2. My number 2 is Cash. I feel better after what was it? Hurricane Sandy? Was it Sandy?
Yes.
I don't know why I was confused, Sandy and Katrina, but Hurricane Sandy
during our hurricane.
Yeah, Hurricane Sandy. We had no cash, and all the ATMs were out of cash. And I remember saying, I'm never gonna go through that again. So I just make sure that I just keep cash somewhere in the house. And you don't know where it is, so don't come and try and rob me. If you're listening,
not under your mattress.
No, not under the mattress. I don't sell bricks.
I keep cash in the house as well, and I keep it in many different places.
So let me ask you this, because this is always where my imagination goes. I have to leave out of the house in 30 seconds. It needs to be in one place. So you can be running around the house, like going behind the clock, behind the wall. Mom, let's get out of it. Oh, so you're going to be like the dad from This Is Us, going back in for the dog. Or in your case, the last little patch of money.
Yes, exactly.
Do you watch that show?
Good idea, but I have not watched it recently. No, I watched the first couple seasons.
Oh, spoiler alert! If you don't know how the dad dies.
I do know how he dies.
No, I'm just saying, just anyone who's listening, in case they don't know how the dad dies.
Yeah, that's the last season I watched.
Okay. It's. I think it's lost a bit of its steam.
Yeah.
From when it initially came out. And now it's just like this. Okay, great. Let's see what problems we can introduce to the characters to make them realize that they really don't like each other. Spoiler alert. Again.
Oh. Okay. My next one, it would be, I've gotten into these, like the self-care. I've jumped on the self-care bandwagon, let's say. So
how can self-care be a bandwagon? Like, self-care is like essential to your being. It's not a bandwagon. You just can't say I'm taking care of myself because it's trendy.
Oh, because, before I didn't. And now it's like, oh my gosh, I have time. I can actually see the pores on my skin and take care of them now. And so now I'm like making sure that I have certain things that I've gotten used to using that I need here. So like I've developed like a routine of some sort, I guess. So nothing major, but
any particular item you're using for self-care?
Oh yes, I found these great products. They're from Korea, and I found them on the Walmart website. And I don't know where else they're sold, but these products they're phenomenal. It's spelled COSRX. Never even heard of it before. But I'm like trolling the internet to find anything and everything that they have. So
are you walking around the house with like a charcoal mask?
No, one of them is like a snail serum. It's like this really gooey like snail serum, and it's supposed to like penetrate your skin and provide hydration. And
what?
Yes, it works. I love it.
That reminds me of this movie. You ever seen the movie Booty Call?
No.
Well, in Booty Call, they go into like the little Chinese store, and like he's trying to buy condoms, and the guy tries to sell him like a tiger penis. He go, tiger penis, make you king of the jungle.
Oh gosh.
All right, my third item is I need some sort of nice headphones to listen to music. So I have my Bose Sound Sport Freeze, and I have my Beats by Dre, and it also serves like a dual purpose, because if I'm listening to like things on like my podcast or watching movies on the iPad as I'm cooking, it kind of gives me that feeling of I'm by myself. And I think while we're quarantined, we don't really get that opportunity to really just be by yourself. You're always in the house with someone else.
Absolutely.
So having like a nice pair of headphones gives me that illusion.
So are your headphones cordless?
Yes.
Wi-Fi? Oh, see, I
wireless.
don't know. Do you like that?
I love it. I can't go back to a wire.
Oh, I prefer it because mine would always go dead and then I forget to charge them.
Well, the good thing about them, as long if you charge them for 15 minutes, you get at least 2 hours of juice.
Oh,
So you can
okay.
always figure out something to do in 15 minutes.
Yeah, if I remember to charge them.
You won't.
When I like my little plug-in right now with my iPhone, my earbuds.
I don't ever really forget to charge them, and I have about 3 different pair. So if one goes down, I can just grab another one. So I'll show you like the ones I have here, like these guys here. These, and they're a little beat up, but these are just for my iPad.
Okay.
Then I have another one that are just for my MacBook. I have another one that's just for my phone.
Okay.
And when one goes, I can just connect them easily to the other one.
Interesting. I do want a pair of Beats, I guess, but I want the ones that are corded.
Why?
No, my daughter wanted a pair for Christmas, and
I'm telling you, get to the.
My sister bought them, and she had this like a crummy, like a cheap pair. It's not a pair, whatever, cheap set. And one day my sister caught her not using the Beats that she bought her, and she wanted to know why. And my daughter was like, they hurt my ears.
I'm not even a Beats brand ambassador. Like, I don't even think they're that great. They're just convenient. The Bose ones I have, they sound so much better, and they're smaller.
Okay.
I used to be when they came out with the first pair that were like extra super bassy, I enjoyed those the most. But like the newer ones now, like I have the Studio 2s and the Studio 3s. I've had the Studio 1s, the Studio 2s, the Studio 3s. I've enjoyed Studio 1s the best.
Okay.
Did you give your third item or no?
That was my second. So my third, I'm gonna say the most popular one. I'm sure, alcohol. Lots of alcohol, and not that I need it, but I find myself definitely drinking more alcohol these days.
Blame it on the alcohol.
And I think I find it challenging to go on these craft beer runs, where I have to find like local IPAs and stuff.
You're one of those bougie drinkers, aren't you? Like, oh yeah, a friend of mine, he grows hops in his backyard and he lets it sit in the basement for about 17 years.
I was never a beer drinker until the brewery started opening up, and I don't know. Now I'm on these, like, we do these challenges where we have to find like the best craft beer and get them.
I've never liked beer. I've never liked it. I think it all tastes like urine with carbonation and some taste of alcohol. And I particularly don't care for anything that's like craft beer. Remember we went to like the Union thing? I went downstairs and grabbed a beer. It was like $12 first and foremost.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is terrible.
No, I drink stouts, and they're mostly coffee flavored, vanilla flavored, cinnamon. Like the other one I had a very high consistency of vanilla taste to it, almost like a cupcake.
You know what has a really good taste of vanilla that tastes a lot better? The freaking orange little creamsicle soda, Stewart's one. I'll have one of those.
There's an orange creamsicle beer too. That's really good.
I think the one that I was able to tolerate when I was trying to be cool and maybe a Bud Light Lime or a Sam Adams cherry, the cherry one.
So you haven't ventured out into the craft beer world. It's much different.
I probably won't.
Yeah.
I get me like a pair of like dirty Converse sneakers and some nice fitting jeans, a polo shirt, stand there.
You'll be surprised. There's it actually going to the breweries they're quite interesting. There's definitely a mixed clientele. Mixed. So I guess, it just makes for a fun weekend, I suppose.
The only brewery I know, and I can't even say it, is the freaking Budweiser one that you see right next to the airport.
Oh yeah, well,
That's the
yeah.
only one I know, and it
Well,
doesn't seem like a place I ever want to visit.
Well, the local ones now that have all been popping up, they make their own, like right on the spot, so they're able to flavor it and everything. But like I said, it's interesting, very varied clientele.
So you're in line and you're actually getting a beer, and the
Yeah.
person's making your beer.
Well, they made it already. It's on tap. They pour it from their actual kegs in the back.
So do you go there with like a glass, or do you go there with like a jug?
No, you go. They serve it in their own glasses. You can bring it home in a jug, in a growler, but they'll serve it in their own glasses, and they're only open till certain hours because they're not allowed to be open like a bar.
Oh, how responsible of them!
They can't serve food, but you can bring in your own. You can bring your kids. You can bring your dog, because kids are allowed.
Wait, you can bring your dog?
Oh yeah.
This is like really like just family friendly.
It is. You bring your dog. One time we were at one, and I'm looking in the little carrier trying to figure out what's in the carrier. They brought their cat. This couple brought their cat.
I can only imagine. It's like this. Hey, watch Daddy throw this one back. Oh man.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The clientele is very varied, so it makes for good people watching. So
yeah, I'm a people watcher. I like to have imaginary conversations that people would have and voices that they would have conversations in.
Actually, we went to one. You would love it because there was a whole arcade in the back, all old school pinball machines, video games, and it was skee ball, everything. It was pretty cool, and you bring your kids.
It's like Barcade in Jersey City, from what I've heard. Never been.
I've never been there. No.
Never been, but that's what they say. It's like an arcade for adults. I'm like, I have one of those in my house. It's called the PlayStation 4.
Well, I guess breweries are more for, my age and up. I don't know. I'm not. I couldn't see myself sitting in a bar anymore.
All right, my next item, and it's not particularly for me, but it's for me. Children's medicine.
Oh yeah, good idea.
I mean, I have kids that are like fine on Monday, and then Tuesday their fever's like 117.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, how are you alive? Your fever's 117.
Oh wow.
And with everybody getting infected, going to hospitals, and being in close proximity, I'm like, the last thing I want is to have to take my kid to the hospital. So just having it on deck, and when we first went to go get it, it was all sold out everywhere.
Yep, one of those things people are hoarding. I've been buying a lot on Walgreens online, but we'll talk about that next. I know.
Walgreens, it's a glorified gas station. It's a gas station that sells medicine.
No way, I love it.
Walgreens?
Oh my gosh, yep. Better than CVS and Rite Aid.
All of them, they're glorified gas stations. It's like walking into a 7-Eleven. You know what used to piss me off? The lady who got the shopping cart when they went to Walgreens, you got to wait online behind them. Like, come on, man. I'm just trying to buy a candy bar and a freaking 5-hour energy. What are you doing here with paper plates and apple juice? Go do something with your life.
That's me.
Oh, my gosh.
I love it.
This is like quick fix stuff. You're sitting here shopping for the week. I have to wait behind you, and they always have one line. And you try to go to the photography, the little photo area. No, I'm not open over here. Ah, come on, man. I always like when you're standing next to someone, and you hear we're taking at the where they sell cologne. We're taking customers at the cologne station, and you make eye contact with the person. You try to figure out who's gonna run first.
Exactly.
And then the music comes in. You're trying to cut the person off.
Oh man. All right, so my next one is diet soda.
Okay.
Coke or Pepsi, but I really prefer fountain soda, so I have to, substitute bottled soda for fountain soda.
Well, I have my diet soda. I figure if I'm gonna drink soda, not have the empty calories. So I only get like one type of diet soda. I get the ginger ale, cranberry ginger ale.
It's diet?
Yeah.
Oh, I had to try that.
It's a cranberry ginger ale. I don't know if it's Canada Dry or Schweppes.
Okay.
It's one of those two, and I have that occasionally. So I think since quarantine has happened, I've gotten like 2 bottles of it.
Okay.
And since no one else drinks it, I can just like take it straight to the head, just open it up and just.
See, I like to have it at night. Like that'll be my drink before bed for whatever reason. So I don't know. I don't really drink too much during the day, so
I can't.
soda at night.
I can't drink too close to bedtime. I'll be up about 4 or 5 times using the bathroom, and then I'll get no sleep.
Oh.
All right, last item, and this is a selfish item, but I'm so glad I have it: a washing machine.
Oh.
I can't imagine with these kids like just dragging themselves across the floor, having to go to the laundromat. Like my son's the type of kid that will eat with his coat on. And when I grew up, we didn't wash coats often.
Yep. We didn't either, I don't think. I don't think I ever washed my
So it's like one of those things, like it's a luxury to be able to just say, oh, you spilled something on your coat. Let me go wash it real fast. And I've seen people like going to laundromats in that little closed-in area, forget about it. Or worse yet, if they only do half capacity, you're standing outside waiting online with dirty clothes.
True. But you do get more loads done because there's multiple washing machines and dryers.
It's all right. But think of it like I'll give you one example. Like my daughter threw up, and this is when we didn't have a washing machine. She threw up all in her bed.
Oh,
and because we have like a set schedule to go to the laundromat, which is normally like on like a Saturday or something like that, that throw up sheet bag that we close it in the garbage bag, it stayed there for about 4 days. So we had to go to the laundromat and open it up, and some lady was like, "Oh my God, what are you having there?" But had we had a washing machine, we could have washed it right then and there.
You should have rinsed it out in the tub.
And I think of everyone else who's probably done that. And I don't know how often they clean those washing machines. So.
Well, I guess mine is a selfish one too, my last one. And it's my iRobot vacuum cleaner.
You have one of those?
Yes.
All you need now is a cat and just have it chase the cat around the house.
It was a Christmas gift. And I really didn't use it. And I use it so much now because I'm home. So I like turn it on every day. I have the little app and stuff.
Does it have like a little charging little area that when it's done, it just goes home?
Yeah, I like to do that. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Like, send it home. And then sometimes it doesn't make it there. And my kids are like, we got to put it back. I'm like, don't touch it. It'll get there on its own.
Why doesn't it make it there?
I guess I just have too much furniture. I think those things are designed for open spaces. So it kind of keeps bumping into things and trying to redirect.
One of my favorite shows, Parks and Recreation. The guy had like a iPad. Like it was an iPod with a speaker set up on top of the Roomba, and somebody goes, "What's that?" And he goes, "Oh, that's DJ Roomba. It's a little floor cleaning robot that plays music." And he turns it on. He goes, "What's hot, DJ Roomba?" And then it's just walking around, just riding around playing music in all the rooms. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He called it DJ Roomba.
DJ Roomba. Yeah, I find that it doesn't really get to certain rooms because there's too many walls and things blocking it. So it kind of keeps circling the same areas, but I still like it. It gets under the couches where it's really necessary.
We moved our TV. And I mean, my kids are disgusting. They were like applesauce pouches, toys. It's just all this stuff because we have like this little wall unit, but it has like this little opening at the bottom, and you can kind of just like kick stuff under there when you don't want to clean up. And it's just tons of garbage under there, just tons of it. And my son had the nerve to, as like we're sweeping it up, well, my wife is sweeping it up because I moved the wall unit, and as it's being swept, he's like, "Oh yeah, I was looking for that." And my wife was like, "You're not getting that. You didn't care about it." He goes, "Well, I didn't know where it was. Now that I know where it is, I want it back." We threw all of it in the garbage. Did he get it back? Oh, it's in the garbage. Oh. It was in a pile of dirt under there for who knows how long. Coronavirus!
Couldn't have been looking for it that badly.
All right, so one thing we brought up last episode were some of the YouTubers that were out there. And And I just so happen because my daughter and my son, they go on YouTube and they watch different YouTubers. My son likes it's some black guy who plays Roblox, and he's like, "Oh, well, here we go, watch out." So that's normal. But my daughter likes female YouTubers, and there's this one here. I looked her up to make sure that I got her name correct. Her name is Aziland.
Yes.
And then
My daughter watches her.
And I'm looking at her and I see like the shirt's not very revealing, but it's low cut enough for me to go, I see what you're doing there. I peep your game. But the thing that I looked up today, she's worth $12 million.
Yes, she is.
What the heck?
Isn't that crazy?
$12 million.
And I asked my daughter, how did she become so popular? And she says she just makes videos. But she does them all from her like bedroom.
Yeah, and I think her boyfriend records them or something like that. Occasionally you hear some guy laughing.
I just don't get it. Yeah, all her clothes are revealing. Her shirts are always low cut.
I told you. I see what you did there.
And I think she's from Canada.
She has like an accent. I saw her make a video with some other YouTuber called Gloom, and they're drinking mystery drinks. They put like 3 drinks in behind something, and one's a good drink, another one's a good drink, and another one's like really bad. So like the first one I saw was like ranch dressing. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, this is terrible."
Yeah, my daughter Maeve wants to always do stuff like that. And we're just like, okay, I guess. But she does collaborate, Aziland, with other YouTubers. And she started out just like commenting on video games. Video games.
Well, I know she does cosplay. It says. Yes. For anyone who doesn't know what cosplay is, it's like when you dress up as like people from like TV, video games, stuff like that, and you go to different events and you're dressed up as that particular character.
And that's like a real thing. Like people are really serious about that.
Yeah. When they have
another episode.
When they have these Marvel movies and different movies where they're portraying superheroes and stuff, they have to go to these events. And people were asking them, "Do you really know what happened in comic book episode 319 when Batman had to face off?" And the guy who's acting is like, "No, I don't know. They paid me a lot of money to be here, so just take my autograph, kid, and go sit down." There's another person that I looked up because I'm playing Call of Duty, and I keep calling it Ground Zone, but it's actually Warzone. It's a free game, Call of Duty Warzone, and there's an avatar they use, and the avatar's name is Mara. And I'm looking at this avatar and I'm like, this looks like a real person. It doesn't look like a generic just character. This looks like a real person. And I looked it up and it is a real person. Her name is Alex Zedra. And
I've never heard of her.
She does cosplay, I believe. She does different things with video games. And she had like a video when she said that they signed her to this the agreement with the video game company Activision. And I'm like, this is why it looks like a real person. And I'm looking like, this isn't bad looking. Like I can see the 11-year-old me saying, "Oh my God, she's so hot."
So how do they? So they make money off of advertisements.
I don't know.
In YouTube.
I think they make money from being known, and then they go, "Hey, I'm gonna show up at this place. Spend $12 and you can get my autograph." I mean, I don't know. I'm being a bit facetious here. I don't know, but I'm assuming they get money off videos, appearances. I don't know if she got how much money she got paid for her likeness to be used on Call of Duty, but she's out there with like freaking 7 different outfits. I mean, nothing crazy because it's still like a war video game, so she's not walking around in like a midi skirt and balloons, anything like that.
I think being a YouTuber is it's like a full-time round-the-clock job.
It is.
Between making your videos, editing, posting, like you have to be on because subscribers are always waiting for something new. So one I have is, and my Maeve got me hooked on this, is James Charles, and it's called Instant Influencer. So it's like this. James Charles is a makeup influencer who finally got his own brand of makeup. Have you heard of him or no?
I'm looking him up now.
Okay. So basically the
I've seen him before.
Yeah, he got into like a little tiff with another makeup guy, and there was like a war, like a battle between the two men. But it's Instant Influencer is a YouTube show where 6 people have a chance to become, I guess, study under his wing as to how to like promote their own YouTube channels, because all of them have YouTube channels. It's interesting.
Yeah, he's worth 12 million also. Net worth 12 million. I think that's the generic 12 million.
So and this is just what amazes me. It's like I look at these people and I'm like, so basically you're putting on makeup, you're doing makeup tutorials. You must be doing like 3 or 4 a day easily.
If you could do a tutorial for something, because this made me think of it, what would your tutorial be?
Ooh.
Like, I don't know if I know anything well enough that I would do a tutorial on it.
I don't know if I'd even want my face on video to do a tutorial. I can't stand the sound of my own voice, let alone to have to see myself. I would need like all that special lighting and everything. But I don't know.
Shoot, I don't even know what I would do a tutorial on that these people go, all right, this is what my tutorial is going to be on today.
But you could do the video games.
No, I'm terrible at it. Last night, some 8-year-old kid was getting me.
Oh, wow.
And he kept killing me and laughing.
I wonder if Madeline interacts with people like you.
Like, killing me and laughing at one point after like the 14th kill of him like, ha ha ha, you suck. I'm looking at my car keys, figuring out like, where does this kid live? I want to go talk to his parents.
You want to talk to his parents? His parents couldn't care less because he's out there being entertained by his video games, and they don't have to entertain him.
That's how my mom was. She would like come in the room and check on me. I'm just playing Final Fantasy, and then she'd just leave. She knew where I was. She wasn't concerned. But this was different, where I wasn't really interacting with other people. This was just me in the house by myself.
Well, I asked Madeline. She does the Discord, and sometimes I hear her. She'll be hysterical laughing. And I said, we had the whole conversation about being safe and everything, and I said, you have to understand that sometimes these people might be adults pretending to be your age. So, I hope she's being safe.
I was a sucker. I remember when I was like 13, I gave my whole address out on AOL Instant Messenger. I was up 87 Fulton Avenue, Jersey City, New Jersey. My whole address, I sent it out. I'm surprised some guy with no facial hair didn't come get me. Like, exactly. I was a sucker, so if I was a sucker and I consider myself a pretty smart kid, like, I really gotta be on my kids.
Yeah, I think we have to just guide them, because there's a lot of things that I'm starting to see with my kids that I'm like, wow, like, that was common sense for me, but no, not so much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a different world they live in.
When we shelter them from some things, they don't get that learning experience that you got from like the school of hard knocks.
Exactly.
As they say, life is a really bad teacher. You get the test and then you get the lesson.
Yeah, and they have to be aware of that.
All right, Erica, what's the last thing you watched on Netflix?
So I just restarted Ozark.
Oh, what are you up to so far? What season?
Season 1, episode 7.
Okay, so you're still in the beginning still.
Yeah, I think I almost finished season 1, but now that I'm rewatching it, I find that I'm a little bit more interested, I guess.
I like Jacob. Jacob was my guy.
Oh, see, names. I can't remember character names.
Jacob's the older white guy who's married to the crazy lady. I can't think of her name. Darlene. He has the accent. He goes, Darlene, why don't you get him some lemonade?
Oh.
I like Jacob.
Oh, okay. So there hasn't been too much going on with him yet.
Okay, he's a noticeable character. He's the main character.
Oh,
or a secondary character, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
I'm watching on Netflix. There's a show called Black AF.
Okay. I've seen it.
It's a mix between Love and Hip Hop and The Office.
Okay.
So I just finished that yesterday. I think I watched it in about 2 days. It's cool. I want to see where they...
And it's like a series? It's a series?
Yeah, it's a Netflix series. I think it's about maybe 8 episodes.
Okay.
So 8
I watched
episodes,
that.
knocked it out. Pretty cool. I'm watching Extraction now. The guy who plays Thor.
That was good.
It was.
Yes.
I'm halfway done with it. It's
You
like
don't like
almost
it?
exactly 2 hours. I'm almost halfway done with it.
Yeah. Do you like it?
So far it's cool. It's very fast paced, action oriented. It's cool so far. I don't. It's good because I don't like all this talking. Fight somebody, rip his head off. There's certain scenes that even though I know it's fake, I can't look at it. So when the guy's like his nose is broken and he's gonna fix his nose, I'm like, I gotta turn away. I didn't want to hit a click.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's another reason why I like my headphones because as they're cursing and yelling and shooting, no one can hear it but me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good movie. And it's a good ending. Ooh, let me know when you're done.
I
What do you
will.
think?
I will. As I'm sitting here and I'm looking out the window waiting for the mailman, and this gets into our next topic as far as mail woes. Can you believe they lied? So I'm tracking my 2 books. As I've read the first 2 quarantine books, I'm waiting for the next 2 quarantine books to come in. And 2 days ago, I got an alert that said mail undeliverable at 7:43 at night. They tried to deliver the package and they said they couldn't get there. I live in a house on a very wide street. What the heck was going on? And I'm thinking about all these packages that I've ordered that I've had to wait like an extra week or so to get. And I'm thinking, well, is this going to be the new normal? Like, we're going to be delivering stuff online? Like, our online businesses going to be like more popular than they are now as far as getting things delivered to people?
I don't know because delivery is definitely taking a lot longer. And that whole like Amazon Prime get it next day is kind of like now has become the new norm where it's back to regular 5 to 7 days or maybe longer.
I like those Amazon Prime jackets. I was going to ask for one. I want an Amazon Prime jacket and I want a Grubhub jacket.
A Grubhub.
I think it's
Just become a
Grubhub.
Grubhub
No, it might be.
driver.
No, I think it's a DoorDash jacket. It's whatever it is. Is the red? Is the little red jacket and the Amazon
That's
Prime
DoorDash.
jacket? Those are cool. When I see them driving around in their trucks, I'm like, "This, you're cool, man." I don't know how much money you make, but you're cool.
Yeah, delivery. I've noticed that I'm getting less mail, which is, I don't know if it's held up at the post office or whatever, but I'm not getting the bulk mail that I used to get.
I'm not getting the phone calls either. Hi, this is Brenda from MasterCard. First off, you're a white lady. Your name's not Brenda. Let's stop that now. And I don't even have MasterCard.
Yeah, no, the phone calls, yeah, that stopped too.
I just keep saying, you giving me Disney World? Disney World? They're like, hi, how are you? Trip to Disney World? And after about a good 7 minutes of that, they just stop.
What happened to your books that were undeliverable or the package?
I don't know. It was May 4th. They said they tried to deliver it. Today's the 6th. And I am staring out the window, waiting for the mailman to come and deliver my books.
Well,
and my jump rope. And my Perfect Petty foot rollers, because I have really bad rough feet. It's all coming together, man. I'm in the shower, like, scrubbing off the freaking chalk dust off the back of my foot.
You need the self-care. So FedEx did that once, and I was home, and I saw the FedEx truck pull up. He did not even attempt to come to my door. Next thing you know, I have a sticker on my door. I guess at some point he did, because I was like, wait a minute. So you know what I did? I went right to Twitter.
You love that.
I tweeted it.
You love that. I'm going to start calling you Karen.
Yes, I tweeted it. I use Twitter to call people out, and every time it works.
I'm going to start calling you Karen. So if you haven't done so already, guys, make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. It's everywhere at the 504 Podcast. We're the only one. If you type in the 504 Podcast, I know there's some 504 boys out there. I think that might be the area code. We're different.
Yes, our 504 means something else.
Yes. One day we're going to get into why we named the 504 Podcast. We're not going to do it this episode because we're coming to the end.
Not this episode.
But we're going to eventually get why we came up with the numbers 504. All right. And last topic of the day, unless you wanted to get anything else as far as mail, your thoughts on the beaches and parks being open.
I think it's a good idea.
I do also.
As long as, people are smart and practicing social distancing and wearing their masks.
Well, is smart relative? Is it relative?
I
know. Because smart is only good depending on your circumstance. Like you'll see people who are like professional, like video game, like they do the fighting games, and people who are smart can't beat them because they're smarter. You know who beats them? That random person who's just mashing any button. All of a sudden, the guy's like
oh, like that 9-year-old?
Yeah, this guy, he doesn't play like anything. He's so stupid.
Well, because sometimes the smart people, they're overthinkers, analytical, and they're not so much common sense is lacking. So, I mean, that's the kind of smart people I've encountered in life. They're like super book smart, but then common sense, it was like, what rock do you live under?
I drove through the park that was by my house, and I'm looking at people, and you're like, I don't know if they're social distancing or not, but then you have to realize you don't know how many people live in the house. So technically they are social. If there's 7 people that all live in the same house and they go to the park and there's 7 people together, that technically they are social distancing as long as they're not around other people. Right?
Exactly. And we live in a world where, people are always looking to shame somebody. So, I could see like the beach, a cluster of people. And like you just said, that could be an entire family. They've been quarantined together. But from the outside, it looks like they're just a bunch of people hanging out. Yeah. So, we're so quick to shame people.
I'm not going to lie, man. When we first did the quarantine thing, I saw some people playing basketball. Half of me was like, I'm about to go get my stuff on and go play some basketball.
No, you know what? Listen, I'm all for doing whatever. We need to make this to get to the point where businesses are starting to open and there's some sort of new normalcy. So whatever it takes. So yeah, I'm going to get mad at people if they're not following the rules because I'm following the rules. I'm doing exactly what you want me to do. I'm sitting in my house every day.
You're a rule follower. Yeah.
Exactly. So do what you have to do. Let's get to a middle ground where everyone can finally have some sort of life back. I don't know. Because in my head, I can't imagine how this is going to pan out.
There's a meme out there, and the person goes, I feel like I'm in first grade, and I keep losing recess because the kids don't follow directions. You ever see that one?
Exactly. Yes, I may have posted it.
All right. Well, that's all we have.
That's how I feel.
That's all we have for today, guys. Thanks for joining in the 504 Podcast again. I'm your host, Mark.
And Erica.
And thanks for joining in. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, the 504 Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and always comment. Leave comments. We will take them into consideration. We respond back. And we might use your next option or your next comment on our next videos. So take care, guys. Farewell.
See you later.